damn it, wrong image again. Right, I'm in a fluster. Bags, apologies. I've not uploaded your new stuff. And I've not uploaded the scores either. At least I'm honest, alright? I could have blagged you and said that the files were corrupt or something, but no. I've just not had time, alright? So I'm going to have to read scores out again to you. So you've just seen the We Are Driven intro again. Again, we're still pushing Archie's journey. Get yourselves over to Facebook. Click that like button. Get yourselves over to the We Are Driven page as well. Click that like button as well. Get yourselves over to Bradley Lowry Foundation. You know what to do. Hit that like button. And then get yourselves over to Archie's Journey. justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey and donate on there if you can. Thank you very much. So yeah, I've got all the scores downloaded. I've got all the pictures. They're all pretty. Thank you very much. I just didn't get a chance to upload them, so I don't want to hear any noise, Baggy. All right, because it doesn't matter how the information gets delivered as long as it gets delivered, right? Right. Okay. Merch available. Stickers, t-shirts, blah. Right. So we've got 2 races for you guys tonight. We've got a 30-minute endurance to start with, and then it goes into a 15-minute sprint race with the top 8 get reverse gridded. That's what happens to them. All the boys rocking a P1 moniker, are they tonight? Let's have a look. Raoul, Aldo, Don, Tatey, Dylan, Valium, Mockin. It's not been P1 anything for a million years for Mocking Weeks. Gravel Chap, we've got Manny, we've got Mental, we've got Reg GT, we've got Baggy, we've got Champ, we've got Dodgy, we've got Benny. Full lobby tonight in the GR4 Siroccos. It's a short little qualifying and then we jump into this 30-minute race. And as I said, race 2, 15-minute sprint race with the top 8 reverse gridded. We are live from Willow Springs International Raceway. I hope they've got their dirt tyres on. That's about all I can say. There's going to be some off-roading tonight. Awkward circuit is Willow Springs. As you can see there, look at that dust bowl. Not a bad circuit when you get it right, but yeah, tricky one when you get it wrong. Plenty of runoff. Takes you a fair chunk of time to get back on this track as well. Let's get ourselves... Let's stick with Raoul. If he decides to do a full lap, or whether he comes in, we'll see. So, just comes out of this final turn then, catches the apex. Swine. Baggy, not catching the apex. Baggy, not catching the apex. Champ getting turn 1 wrong. Can any of you lot drive this circuit? Baggy's deciding he's going to... Are you putting it in the pits? Yes, but avoiding the... Oh! Okay. Taking the jump then, Bags. Okay, Raoul's out the pits. Into turn 1. Let's go on board like this. We might be able to see it. So the GR4 Sirocco then. Into turn 2. Long sweeping right. You may see 1 or 2 side-by-side action here. Lots of gravel trapping tonight. Well, the whole place is a gravel trap, apart from the black bit that you lot are driving around on. Well, in fact, where are you, gravel trap? You might already be in the gravel, for all we know. Where are you, gravel? You're not on track yet? No, you're not. So, we screwed that track run through, haven't we, a little bit? It's your fault, gravel. I'm blaming you. You've been on board, you've seen it. But yeah, you get it wrong, and it's, as you've seen with Baggy, it's just a trip to the furthest wall you can see, pretty much. What's Raoul going to stick in? Champ currently holding fastest lap. Not sure whether they've actually started qualifying yet. They like to do this to me. We are already 24, nearly 25 minutes into a session. Champ currently got fastest lap so far. Oh no, it says Dylan with a 1:16.7. Dan's got himself a 1:18.0. Looks like that is qualifying over then. Benny, qualifying just about to start. Oh, a little bit wide through the final turn. And a handbrake for good measure. You're lucky there's a wall there, Benny. Otherwise it would have been triple B. Bye, Benny. So they are just about to start quali now then. Yeah, you swines. Big shout out to number 562, whoever you are. Thank you very much for the subscribe. Right. So they're all out on track now then, looking for those hot laps. And as mentioned, it's only a short qualifying, so they don't get long to put these laps in. Dylan, the first one out on track. We are driven logos all over P1 Don's car. It's good to see. And it looks like every other logo across the bonnet of that thing. Let's see if we can get a better look at your bonnet, sir. What do we got? We are Driven Foundation, P1 Racing, Infinity Decals, DCC, Dark Smoker, Cowabunga Car Diaries, Mature Racing Club, Archie's Journey, It's Okay Not to Be Okay, and P1 Don, driving for Capsicum Annum Viri. While we're going through quali, we'll stay on board with Don. We'll go through some scores. So Raoul is currently leading the way. He is on 160 points. P1 Dylan in second for 133 points. All these are in they are teams. So we've got the Bionic Sendits, the Mental Asylum Racing, and the Capsicum Annum Veri team. So Raoul first with 160, Dylan second with 133, Benny in third with 90.5 points, Champ in fourth with 88 points. Right behind him is Mocking Weeks in fifth with 87 points. Mental Nev is in 6th with 75.5. Reg GT in 7th with 73.5. 8th place for Valium, he's on 71 points. 9th for Aldo on 54.5. Manny is 10th with 46 points. Tatey is 11th with 40 points. Baggy is 12th with 38.5 points. Don is 13th with 31 points. Dodgy is 14th with 28 points. We've got Gravel Trap. He should be out on track now or in a sandpit. He's on 15.5 points. We've got a couple of reserve drivers who've had a go at this one as well. So we've got Pilgrim. He's got 14 points, as has CJW Racing. And then just behind them is JPH99 on 13.5 points. That's enough for you now, Don. Let's go and have a look at Mocking Weeks. Exactly the same rear end. Look at that. Let's change that camera angle up a bit then, at least. Not that one. Go with a bit of that one. There's Gravel Trap. So, team-wise, the Bionic Sendits are leading the way with Team Captain Raoul with 378 points. Mental Asylum Racing, captained by P1 Dylan, are on 345 points. And then Capsicum Annum Viri are captained by Mocking Weeks, and they're on 284.5 points. Last week, let's see what happened. Raoul took pole in qualifying. Mental Nev took fastest lap in race 1. Dylan took fastest lap in race 2, and Dylan also taking driver of the day. Is that something you boys can do? That's you got to vote for driver of the day in these lobbies. I think it's only the P1 boys that have got it. So Champ still out front, 116.5. Raoul, he's got himself a 116.588, so 0.063 back from Champ. Mocking Weeks being hounded by his teammate around that final turn. He's got himself third position. No time on the board though, because he's left the lobby and come back. Oh, who are you being chased by? Mocking, who's right behind you? Oh, who knows? Oh, was it Reg GT? Oh yeah, it was. So Mocking third, P1 Don in fourth with a 117.3. Aldo fifth, 117.3 as well. Benny in sixth, 117.5 for Benny. Dylan's in seventh, 117.5 for Dylan. Reg GT eighth, 117.6. So 118.0 for Valium sitting in ninth. Got Manny 10th, 118.0 as well. Baggy in 11th, 118.1. Tatey in 12th with a 118.9. We've got Gravel Trap on the black stuff. He's got himself a 119.7. We won't stick with him too long because he might live up to his name. Dodgy's in 14th. I lie, Dodgy's in 13th. Dylan chucking himself in the pits. He will end up 14th. He's got himself a 121 something. So Champ holding that pole position. Raoul running slow, allowing Don to come through. Week's not bad that time. Mental Never's got himself up into fourth with a 117.0. Dylan fifth, Don sixth, Aldo seventh, Benny eighth, Reg GT in ninth, Baggy now 10th, Valium 11th, Manny 12th, Tatey 13th, Gravel Trap 14th, and Dodgy sitting in the pits at the minute. Clean around the dust bowl that is Willow Springs is Champ. I say as he kicks up a load of dirt and nearly spins himself off track. So Bionic Sendit sitting on the front row of the grid at the minute with Champ and Raoul. Mental Nev, Mocking Week sitting in third. Mental Nev now fourth. Dylan fifth. Any more position changes? Don sixth. Nope, fifth. Someone else just diving in the pits. It's Champ. So 2 minutes of quali left. Are we going to see any more position changes? Benny looks quite comfortable. He's happy with his 8th. Looks like he's not going to get any quicker than that. Reg GT still out on track, trying to better those times. Baggy looks content with his 10th. Valium still out, giving it a good shot. Manny's still out as well. Tatey still out. Gravel Trap. Say nothing. Dodgy in 15th. Back on track, Gravel Trap. There he is on the black stuff, look where he should be. Robert Smith, good luck lads. Won't be long mate. Got 5 seconds left on this race clock, so... Oh, it's the Germans lobby. You lot not finishing your laps. Raoul's going to finish his lap. Using that toe of P1 Don in front to try and better that time. Final turn to go. What's Raoul got then? Can he unseat his teammate? Oh, he's kicked some dirt up. That's going to slow him down around that final turn. He'd already lost time to Don in front as well through there. So he can't bear that time. He has to stick with second position then. So it looks like it's going to be Champ in first. It looks like he's getting all the crowd asking for autographs. Raoul second. Mocking Weeks third. Mental Nev fourth. Dylan in fifth. Reg GT sixth. Don seventh. Again, there may be one or two position changes just at the end. Aldo sitting in 8th. Benny in 9th. Baggy 10th. Valium in 11th. Oh, Valium trying to take out Baggy. And Raoul. Failed. 11th. Manny trying to take himself out. Oh my God. There he is. What are you doing, Manny? That's not the way to the pits. Keep watching them though, it's quite amusing. I don't know whether you saw that. He just, at the corner of your screen, top left-hand corner, he just decided to drive himself off track, hit that great big lump and try and fire himself into everybody else's pit crew. Maniac. Your name nearly spells maniac as well. Here we go then, race one, half an hour. Robert Smith already giving the boys the shout of good luck. Here we go then. Mental Asylum. Sorry, no, it's not. It's Bionic Sendits. Team Bionic Sendits holding the front row of the grid. No lights. I can't see anything. Let's just wait for them to peel away. Revs are up now then. Can see big piles of wheel spin. Front wheel drives. Champ gets away well. Raoul gets away well. Top two pulling time already. So into turn one, Champ leads. Dylan already looking to sweep around the outside of Raoul though. Nowhere for him to go. Mocking Weeks holding fourth. Reg GT in fifth. Mental Nev not getting a great start, losing 2 positions off the grid. Sitting now in 6th position. Don in 7th. Aldo 8th. Benny in 9th, but getting a little tap off Valium there, trying to run around the outside, around this hairpin at the top. Side by side through there, tricky turn to do that through. But they've kept it clean. Valium then. Oh, who's that? Benny does fire himself off track. Don't think there was contact between those two. Gets himself back on track at pace off the dirt though. Gravel Trap has to swing himself around the outside to avoid contact. Benny gets pushed all the way down to 14th, under pressure from Dodgy as well. So out front, Raoul has got himself in front of Champ. On board with Raoul then. Oh, that's not very good, is it? Looking back at Champ, Dylan Mocking Weeks, all trying to close that gap up on him. Siroccos are a good little car to drive as well. I've had a few decent results in these. Ryan McAlpine, evening brother, how you doing? Come on, Aldo getting the shouts. Sitting in 8th at the minute, brother. I think he's just on the back of this pack. That's him right at the end, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, he's not. Oh, yes, he is. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That's him right at the back of this pack. I nearly didn't count Raoul, who we're on board with. Dylan then slot spot up the inside of Champ while we're on board with Raoul. He's not going to hold that position. Champ's going to have the inside line into this next turn. Dylan's going to try and hold it next to him. That's not going to work through there, Dill. Raoul starts pulling away then. Just half a second so far, but that's enough for Raoul. Let's jump back to Champ. So he's got Dylan and Mocking Weeks pretty close. Oh, Oh, Dylan closes up under braking. Looks for a run out. Oh, Champ's run a bit wide. Slowed him down a little bit. Dylan couldn't go anywhere. Mocking Weeks chucks himself out. Shows his nose to Dylan. Dylan shows his nose to Champ. Nobody actually goes for a move though. Rowell still 0.5 of a second up front. Champ second. Dylan third. Mocking Weeks hounding him for that position. Sitting in fourth at the minute for Mocking. Mental Nev fifth. Made up another position. Reg GT. Is that from Benny's mistake? Reg GT's up into sixth. Aldo seventh. Been dropped by that pack a little bit. 1.8 seconds. 1.7 seconds down. He's got Baggy up to 8th as well. Baggy 3.4 seconds back. He's got Valiant pretty close for company. Manny as well. Tatey closing up. Here's Benny back on track. Made up another position up into 12th. Got himself past Gravel Trap. P1 Don's been off as well. He's all the way down in 14th position. Dodgy in 15th, 4.2 down. So yes, what's happened to Don? All the way down in 14th. Now racing with Gravel Trap and Benny. Oh, Raoul's still leading. Not managed to break away yet. 0.6 of a second between himself and Champ. Starting to stretch out a little bit now. Still 0.6 of a second between Raoul and Champ. 0.4 between Dylan and Champ. Mocking Weeks, Mental Nev and P1 Reg GT all in a line behind. Very similar gaps between them. Mocking Weeks though, but a little bit slow through the hairpin. He's come put himself under pressure from Mental Nev behind. Raoul not disappeared yet. 3/4 of a second between himself and teammate Champ. Into this final turn. Dylan got himself past Mocking Weeks, has he? Oh, sorry, he was already third. Mocking Weeks fourth. Mental Nev still behind him. Everyone kicking up a bit of dust on that final turn. Up the inside for Mental Nev. Can Mocking Weeks carry the speed? No, good move by Mental Nev up into 4th position. Nothing Mocking Weeks could do about that. Left the door wide open. Mental Nev through to 4th then. How far has he got? 1.8 seconds to the top 3. We've got drivers kicking up dirt as well. Can he close the gap? He's still got Mocking Weeks right on him. Reg GT is only 0.9 of a second back as well. So still within slipstream range for Reg GT. Aldo though unfortunately now 2.3 seconds back. Still got Baggy another 3.2 back, so under no threat at the minute. Baggy's managed to keep himself in front of Valium as well. 3/4 of a second of a gap there. Manny 1.2 back in 10th. Tatey 11th. Another 0.6 of a second back. Being hounded by Benny in 12th. Ran himself off track early on in this race. As did P1 Don in 13th. Got himself past Gravel Trap. There is Gravel Trap in 14th. Kept it through that final turn cleanly. Dodgy 5 seconds down in 15th. Raoul then under all sorts of pressure now. Champ right under that rear wing. Mental Nev's got himself through to 3rd. Dylan being pushed down a position. Teammates swapping places there then. Can they work together to close that gap up on the team in front? The Bionic Sendits sitting in 1st and 2nd. Mental Nev Asylum sitting in 3rd and 4th. And then we've got Capsicum, Anam Viri. sitting in 5th position. Aldo also driving for Mental Asylum Racing in 6th. So a few drivers spinning themselves off. Baggy's got himself up into 7th. Valium 8th. Manny 9th. Benny 10th. Mockin Weeks, what have you done to yourself? All the way down in 11th position now for Mockin. Tatey in 12th. Don in 13th. Gravel 14th. And Dodgy 15th. Mockin Weeks put himself down to 11th. Was sitting up front, fighting it out with the top boys. Not anymore. So, Champ in front of Raoul. Top 2 have got 2 seconds between the next team, which is Mental Nev and Dylan. Quick guys though, all 4 of them. HGT then gets himself up into 5th position with Mockin Weeks' departure into the sand. Aldo also up a position 6th, Baggy 7th. Valium in 8th. We've got Benny, who has made a couple of positions up. He's into 9th. Mockin Weeks has also made another position up. He's back up into 10th. Closing up on Valium and Benny as well. He's got a bit between his teeth now, Mockin. He won't be happy with chucking himself off track, that's for sure. Looking to get past these two then. For a better line on the way out, carry more speed. Oh, both drivers in front drive themselves off track. That's Benny and Valium. Mockin Weeks then comes through, 2 for 1. Thank you very much. What's happened to Valium? Has Valium been peeled into the pit wall? Oh no, he's come in the pits. Whether he meant to or not, I don't know. But he's out now. So I'm not sure if that was an actual pit stop or I don't think it was from Valium. I think he got forced into the pits by a little bit of off-roading from P1 Benny. So he's had to make a pit stop, has Valium. I think he's actually just left the lobby. Yes, I think he has. Unfortunate. Champ then and Raoul still bumper to bumper. They're pulling more time over Mental Nev and Dylan. Gap at 2.2 seconds. Are they able to get a bit of bump drafting going? Almost, but they run out of track before they get it to really make an advantage. Gap back down to 2 seconds, sorry. Mental Nev a little slow out of the first turn. Dylan went for a move. Now 2.3 back from the race leaders. Dylan then get himself back past Mental Nev. Can he now close the gap down on the 2 drivers in front? GT then 5th. He's got Aldo only 1.3 seconds back. Baggy's only 2.3 seconds back. Tiny little mistake and positions could change all over the place here. Mockin Weeks up into 8th then, getting himself past Benny and Valium. Off-roading for Benny early on in the race and just now put him all the way down to 9th position. Don 10th, Tatey in 11th. Manny in 12th, Gravel Trap 13th, Dodgy 14th, and unfortunately we've lost Valium from race 1. Raoul and Champ then bump drafting down the straight. Dylan pulled a bit of a gap from Mental Nev. He's not been able to close that gap up on the 2 drivers in front though, has Dylan. There is the gap. Still 2.2 seconds. Don't leave the room, Valium. Just hang about for race 2. Still at 2.1 then between the two drivers in front and P1 Dylan sitting in third. Mental Nev's not been able to close that gap back up either. So no bump drafting for Mental Asylum Racing at the minute. You can see the two drivers up front are almost bumper to bumper. Let's get ourselves on board with Raoul. Does he close the gap? No, he chucks himself in the pits. So Champ stays out. Raoul comes in, Dylan comes in, Mental Nev comes in. Reg GT decides to stay out. Aldo comes in. Baggy stays out for third. No, he doesn't. We've got drivers coming back out of the pits in front of him. Baggy then through into fourth position. Worn medium tyres for him though. He's halfway through this race. Probably going to chuck himself in the pits at the end of this lap. But can he cause... No, he can't. I was going to say, can he cause enough issues for those drivers behind to slow him down? Nope. Dylan slot him on past quite easily then. Mental Nev got to do the same pretty quick. He's just been in the pits for fresh tyres. He's got to put those to good use now. So, Champ who hasn't stopped. 11.1 seconds down the road. 16 minutes of this race remaining. Is he going to stop this lap? Is he going to try and run even longer? A bit of off-roading. It comes in the pits now. Raoul then into this final turn. Champ just getting those tyres released. He does come out it not up front. Raoul does come sweeping through. Does put himself under pressure from Dylan. So Dylan into that third spot. Reg GT not stopped into fourth. Mental Nev fifth. Aldo sixth. Mocking Weeks 7th, moving up the order slowly. Mocking Weeks. Baggy in 8th, Benny 9th. Manny yet to stop as well, 10th. Don in 11th, so just been in the pits himself. Tatey sitting in 12th, came in a lap or so ago. Gravel Trap in 13th. And Dodgy 14th. So Raoul still leading, 0.8 of a second over Champ. They've only got 0.8 of a second now over Dylan. He's putting in purple sectors as well. Mental Nev's got himself past Reg GT, so those tyres doing what they're meant to do. Got himself past Reg GT, who's got the worn out mediums. Aldo's 6th, fresh set on board. Top 4 are still pretty close together. Dylan closing that gap up on Champ in front. Down to 0.3 of a second. Tighter line through there as well for Dylan. Looking to close that gap, get past Champ. It's not going to be easy. And they are just leaving Mental Nev behind, unfortunately. 2.4 seconds back is Mental Nev. Can Dylan get past these two drivers in front? 13.5 minutes remaining of this race. Somebody off track there. It's Dodgy. Just gets himself back on. Nobody coming through, so he should be able to get himself back on track. Or is he just going to wait for those drivers to come through? It looks like he is. Dylan then closes that gap up on Champ as they hit this start-finish straight. Champ will just be getting a toe off of Raoul in front. Dylan will still get a toe off Champ, but not enough to sling one down the inside at turn 1. Both drivers close up on Raoul though. Poor turn 1 for Raoul. He's got Champ teammate looking to run around the outside. So we're on board with Dylan, looking to get past P1 and P2 for the mental asylum. Sorry, it's Bionic Sendits in front. Closes up again then Dylan. Tries to chuck one down the inside of Raoul. Champ comes through to take that top spot. Raoul's second. A little bit compromised through there. Dylan might be able to make a bit of a move on the exit of this turn if he can carry the speed. Not quite as much as he'd want. Raoul chucked himself right into that slipstream of Champ in front. Dylan just got to try and stick with him. Goes for a different line on the way into the final turn. Braking and accelerating all at the same time, these boys. Still neck and neck between them. Mental Nev just been dropped by these lot now, 2.6 seconds down. So Champ still up front, Raoul's second, Dylan's still third. Dylan looking for any way past. Time is slowly running out for him. 11 minutes left on the clock. All their tyres are looking very similar. Champ's looks slightly better than Raoul's, and Raoul's looks slightly better than Dylan's. Ooh, Champ nearly flung himself off track there. Still bumper to bumper, these three. Mental Nev still 2.8 seconds down. There's absolutely nothing he can do. These three will be getting a toe off each other, so they'll be carrying more speed down the long straights. Dylan still looking for a way past. Raoul running wide again. Can Dylan use that to his advantage? Doesn't look like he can. Raoul's kept his foot planted even though he was about to crash. Still nothing in it. Through turn one then, heading up to the long sweep in turn two. Champ now half a second over Raoul. Can Dylan pile on enough pressure to make the two drivers in front make a mistake? We'll wait and see. We won't. Dylan's got himself through. Raoul has chucked himself off track. So, Champ first. Dylan now second. Raoul 2 seconds down. He's got Mental Nev for company as well. Only 0.3 of a second back. Carrying good speed as well as Mental Nev. Closing up on Raoul. You pick up damage, Raoul? No damage on board for Raoul. Just running slowly out of those last couple of turns. Mental Nev has got someone to actually chase now. He'll be gaining a toe off of Raoul. Might be able to bring the fight to him. 9 minutes remaining. Top two have peeled off up front now. 2.3 seconds away from Raoul. But there's still a bit of a gap between Champ and Dylan. 1.5 seconds. Champ's tyres looking a lot better than Dylan's as well. So Raoul's still third, Mental Nev fourth. Mocking Weeks up to fifth. He's way off those top four though. 10.6 seconds down, 14 seconds off of race leader. But still good race. Got himself back up to fifth position. Aldo sixth, Reg GT seventh. Baggy in eighth. Got Don just 1.9 seconds back in ninth. Benny 0.6 of a second back in 10th. Tatey 11th. 11.6 seconds back. Gravel Trap just getting overtaken by Manny there. Manny coming through to take 12th then. Gravel Trap 13th. Oh, Manny's gone for a bit of off-roading. Can Gravel Trap get that position back? Carry the speed down towards turn one. He's in the slipstream. Closing up. He's got the inside line. Can he outbrake Manny into turn one? Manny just carries the speed. So has to hold on to 13th for now then, Gravel Trap. Dodgy still 14th. chucks himself in the pits now. Champ starting to pull away. 1.6 seconds from Dylan. Those worn mediums are really starting to hurt Dylan. He's kept himself safe from Raoul though. Raoul's still under pressure from Mental Nev for that third position. So Mocking Week still 11 seconds down. 2 seconds behind to Aldo. Aldo has got Reg GT slowly chipping away at that time. Baggy as well, keeping Reg GT in check. Only 1.8 seconds back himself. Benny past Don, up into 9th then. 1.3 seconds back. Don is another half a second. Bit of wear on Don's tyres as well versus Benny's. Yeah, a little bit more on Don's tyres than there is Benny's. Still only half a second down, so still within that slipstream range. Should close up down this back straight and the start-finish straight as well. You can hear how much wind is created. Oh, almost off track there for Don. He's had to back off the throttle. And that's putting 0.8 of a second back. Tatey in 11th, 15 seconds down. Manny, we just saw get past Gravel Trap. Gravel Trap, I think, has just lived up to his name. He's now 16.3 seconds back. Tatey's chucked himself in the pits as well. Fresh set of boots on board for him. Dodgy back out. Fresh set of boots for Dodgy, sitting in 14th. So Champ starting to run away with this one now. 2.3 seconds over Dylan. He's managed to keep that gap between himself and Raoul though. Raoul has had to go a little bit defensive from the attacks of Mental Nev behind. He's not been able to do anything either. Raoul's just managed to keep the pace. Say that, he's got the gap down to 0.4 of a second. Closes up down towards turn 1. Still only 0.4 between Raoul and Mental. Looks like they are closing up on Dylan in front as well. No, still 2.4 seconds that gap. Mental just losing a little bit of time through that long sweeping right-hander. Totally different lines through there. Raoul running all the way out wide to get the better run on the apex on the way out. Still 0.6 of a second. Kicking up some more dirt then for Raoul. So Champ 2.4 seconds. 4 minutes remaining on the race clock. Dylan second. He's lost a bit of time to Raoul. Gap down to it's just 2 seconds now, so he's lost 0.4 of a second. Mental Nev still keeping him in check though, only half a second back. Mocking Weeks losing a bit more time, but still holding that 5th position. Aldo now 2.7 seconds back. We're coming under pressure from Reg GT for that 6th. Tucks himself in the slipstream, chucks himself out to the left already. Reg GT is going to get this done as they run down towards turn 1. Reg GT just outbreaks Aldo through there, then slots himself past into 6th. Aldo 7th. Benny in 8th. Baggy in 9th. Don 10th. Tatey 11th. Manny 12th. Gravel Trap 13th. And Dodgy in 14th. Champ pulling more time then. 3.2 seconds. 3.3 seconds over Dylan. Dylan's had his 2 second gap reduced to 1.2 between Raoul and Mental Nev. Still only half a second between 3rd and 4th as well. Piling on the pressure at the end of this race onto that 2nd position. On board with Mental Nev then, looking to hunt down Raoul. A pair of them looking to hunt down Dylan in front. Again, Mental Nev closes up towards turn 1. And they are closing up on Dylan in front. Nowhere to go for Mental No. Closes right up on Raoul through there. Oh, I thought he was going to sling one up the inside. Raoul takes a slightly tighter line. Again, both these drivers closing up on Dylan in front. He could lose this second position before the end of this race. 1 minute 43 remaining on the race clock. They will see one more lap. That is P1 Dylan in front of Raoul. Not that far off him at all. Mental Nev closing up on Raoul again towards these final turns. Does he sling one up the inside here? No, backs off. Raoul giving plenty of room. Now tucked under that rear wing as they head down this start-finish straight. Whoa, dodgy. Running slow. Mental Nev then swings one out. Raoul carries the speed through the turn though. It's a brave move by Mental Nev, but it's not worked out for him. So he's got this lap to try and get it done. 50 seconds left on the race clock. Champ leading now by 3.6 seconds. Dylan still only 1.2 between himself and Raoul. Raoul still defending from Mental Nev behind, but he's looking dangerous, is Mental. Are we going to see him sling one down the inside at the final turn? He's in a position to do so. He's only 0.3 of a second back. Get a good toe down this straight. Raoul will not be gaining a toe from Dylan in front. So Mental Nev closes up around this long sweeping right. Let's get ourselves on board with race leader. Comes around that final turn then. He's going to click over to finish lap now. So he crosses the line to take the win then. Champ in race 1. 4-second lead in the end by Dylan in second. Raoul and Mental Nev side by side as they cross the line. Raoul just takes it over for third. Mental Nev fourth. Mockin Weeks. Again, good drive from Mockin. Taking 5th position then for Mockin. Reg GT is going to come home for 6th. Got Benny backwards for 7th. Baggy's going to come home for 8th. Oh, we've got drivers off track in the background. Gravel Trap coming home to take 13th. Aldo taking 9th. Don taking 10th. Backwards. Tatey taking 11th. Gravel Trap and Dodgy have already crossed the line. So Tatey takes 11th. We just wait for Manny. As I say, Gravel Trap and Dodgy have already crossed the line. Just wait for Manny to take this final turn. Or not. There's a corner there, Manny. There he goes, launching into the pits again. Taking out pit grooves, trying to kill people. What are you doing, you maniac? But he does finish the race. There we go, race 1 done and done. Yeah, a little bit of a break, and then we jump into race 2, 15-minuter, reverse grid for the top 8. The back 8 stay as they are. Back 7, sorry. Yes, let's see how they get on in race 2. Bit of a break, you know what's coming. Chuck that in there. Why not? Why not? So, anything in the... We go at 55. Okay, so we've got 4 minutes to waffle. Yes, short race this one, so it's going to be a little bit more punchy. Get a lot of drivers trying to fight their way through the pack early on. Yeah, it was a good effort, P1 Dylan, but unable to close that gap down on Champ at the end. He just was able to keep stretching that lead. No problem, Reg. Don't go anywhere. We've got another race to go, mate. Which I nearly forgot last week. Yes, what a dust bowl. What a dust bowl that Willow Springs is. Yeah, it's a decent circuit when you get it right, but if you get it wrong, oh, it's just so long trying to get it back on track. Ooh, tired today, people. I was up at R6. That's like evil, that is. All for a good cause, though. Excuse me. Got a couple of the yawns coming on, peeps. So, doesn't look like we're going to see Valiant back for race 2. As he kicked off in the chat. Did seem to get sent a little bit by Benny. Cheeky baskets. Right. That says 21:55 to me. Let's get you boys out on track. Where are you going, Mocking? Oh. People trying to jump the distance markers. Got people trying to kill each other. Driving the wrong way on track. It's always chaos. Gravel, he's got like full power in reverse. Where are you going, you maniac? Here Here we go then. Race 2. Shorter race, 15 minutes. A lot more punchy. Reverse grid for the top 8 as well. Is it a full reverse grid? Don't tell me it's a full reverse grid. Go on, show me some people on screen. It's not. Top 8 then. Baggy leads us away. Benny 2nd. Reg GT 3rd. Mocking 4th. Mental Nev 5th. Rouse 6th. Dylan 7th. Champ 8th. And some other drivers behind. Dodgy in 9th. Gravel Trap 10th. Manny in 11th. Tatey 12th. Don in 13th. And Aldo in 14th. Wait for them to get off then. They're away. They do get bogged down a little bit, these Siroccos off the line. Front wheel drives. Oh, we've got driver stuck on the line at the back there. Possibly a false start. Baggy then holds onto that lead through turn 1. Can he hold it through turn 2? Does. Benny up into 2nd, then Reg GT 3rd. Mocking Weeks 4th. He needs to get himself up and out front, get himself away and start looking at some better points after race 1's results. Don't get me wrong, from 11th to 5th after an off, not too bad at all. Sitting in 4th then for Mocking. Mental Never already up to 5th. Raul 6th, Dylan 7th, Champ 8th. Manny in 9th, Dodgy 10th. Got Don in 11th, Tatey 12th, Aldo 13th, and Gravel Trap 14th. It was Gravel Trap that was stuck at the back. Possibly a false start. Way off the pace now then for Gravel Trap, 11 seconds down. And as mentioned, short race. So it's going to be very difficult for him to close back up unless drivers start chucking themselves off track. Baggy in the meantime is holding top spot. It's got Benny 0.4 of a second down, not close enough to make a move into turn 1. Behind him we've got Reg GT, Mocking Weeks side by side as they head down towards turn 1. Mocking Weeks gets himself through. Whoa, big pile of Siroccos firing themselves through there. Mental Never looking to squeeze his way past Reg GT as well. Oh, the inside. Can Reg GT hold a speed? Keep the line into this next turn on the run to the hairpin. Looks like Mental Nev's got himself in front. Now Rao looking for a way past Reg GT as well. Swings one round the outside. Reg GT getting bullied now. Champ looking for a way past. Pushed out wide a little bit. That's going to allow... Is that Champ? I can't see you too damn close, you lot. It's Dylan or Champ looking for a way past. Oh, it's Dylan in front of Champ, so it's Dylan that was harassing Reg, but he's having to go a little bit defensive. And Champ behind. Manny in 9th, closed himself up on this pack. And then big gap back to Don, 3.1 seconds. He's got himself up into 10th, 1.1 over Tatey. A second back is, oh, who was that? Aldo just getting himself past Dodgy. Dodgy up into 13th. And Gravel 14th, 20 seconds down, unfortunately. Oh, it does look like, has Manny just chucked himself off track? Yes, Manny's just chucked himself off track. Final turn. So Gravel Trap might have someone to chase down after all. So kicking off up front, Baggy has been bullied all the way down to 5th position. Benny holding top spot, Mocking Weeks 2nd. Mental Nev 3rd, Ralph 4th, Baggy now 5th. Dylan in 6th. Let me get myself in the thick of it. Oh, we just jump on board with Dylan as he runs himself wide. Pushes himself all the way down to 8th position. Got Don coming through pretty quick as well. But Dylan back up to speed now. So Dylan's chucked himself out of this race a little bit. Oh, looks like there might have been a bit of a coming together between Champ and Dylan. So no damage on board for Champ. So yes, he's not had an off. I think he's accidentally pinged Dylan off track. Oh, wrong button. And then he's had to wait. So Benny under threat for the lead of the race. Mocking Weeks trying to go around the outside at turn 1. Hotly chased by Mental Nev and Raul. Mocking Weeks up the inside of Benny then. Can he carry the speed through this turn? No, Benny holds on to it. Where is everyone else? Mental Nev still 3rd, Raul 4th. with a backhead Benny through there. Slings one up the inside into the hairpin. Doesn't quite make it work there either. He's got to be careful he doesn't punt Benny off into the sand. He's just got to be careful of Mental Nev and Raoul behind him. Carrying good speed again. Looking for a way past Benny. I'm not sure who's glitching here, whether it's Benny or Mockin. Someone's got a little bit of connection issue. Up the inside then for Mockin. Benny trying to take that tighter line, but nowhere for him to go. Mental Nev slotted one through on Benny as well. Oh, Benny just getting shoved wide a little bit. So loses a couple of positions, down to 4th position. Raoul slots one out, tries to go up the inside of Mental Nev. Everyone trying to go up the inside of Mockin Weeks. Mockin Weeks holds on to it though. Raoul then slots himself through to 2nd. Does he? No. Mental Nev comes back with this slight advantage around this right-hander. Can he hold the position? Raoul is up the inside into this next turn as they come into the hairpin. Has Mental Nev got enough speed? No, he's had to slam the brakes on so as not to run off track. So drops himself back in behind Raoul. Keeps the position from Mental Nev though. So great battles going on here. Mockin Weeks 0.7 of a second out front. Can he hold the position? Raoul up into 2nd. Looking to close that gap down. Already taken a 10th out of Mockin Weeks. Mental Nev in 3rd. Benny looking for a way past. Baggy still holding 5th. He's under no direct threat behind. Reg GT, Dylan and Champ Champ are all having a bit of a punch up behind him. There is Reg GT. Bump drafting down this straight, looking to close the gap up on the drivers in front. Oh, a little bit of contact between Champ Champ and Reg GT. Reg just keeps it on track though. Nowhere for Champ Champ to go. That would have been a bit naughty, sending him into the gravel. Closes up through there for Champ Champ. Dylan right on the back end of this as well. Heading up towards the hairpin again. Champ Champ slots one up the inside. He won't hold that through the hairpin though. That goes back to Reg GT, so he holds on to that 6th position. Champ Champ 7th, Dylan in 8th. How long can he fend off these two drivers behind? A little bit of contact early on in the race sent Dylan off track. So Champ Champ pulled over and waited for him, put him down near the field a fair chunk. And now looking to fight their way through it. Aldo in 9th then, Tatey in 10th. He's a good 4.7 seconds back, under pressure from Don though. Only 0.7 of a second back himself. He's got Manny for company, 0.6 of a second back. That's 5 seconds back to Dodgy, 13.2 back to Gravel. So Mockin just extending his lead there. It was 3/4 of a second. It's just flicked over the 2nd mark. Benny's got himself back into 2nd. What's happened to Raoul? Mental Nev 3rd. Raoul 4th. No damage, so maybe just getting overtaken down that start-finish straight. But 1.2 seconds down, so maybe a little bit of a mistake from Raoul as well. Not turned that bionic foot on today, have you? Put yourself under a little bit of pressure from Baggy behind, only a 2nd down. Still teammates, so they shouldn't make too much of a battle out of it. Champ Champ then 6th, Dylan 7th, Reg GT in 8th. Both those drivers getting past him. Aldo having a lonely one at the minute, 6 seconds either side for him, holding 9th position. Don 10th, Tatey 11th. So Don's got past Tatey. Manny looking to do the same thing, stick with his teammate. Not going to work through there, looking for the slightly tighter line through this final turn, or a good exit. Oh, he's run himself wide, Don. Kicking up dirt, that's allowed Tatey just to escape a little bit. thought you were going to do it then, Don. Still only 0.4 of a second back for Don on Tatey. Tatey runs a little bit deep there, allows Don to come back at him. Oh, sorry, I'm on board with Manny, not Don. Don's in front. Closes up again then, Manny. Backs off into the hairpin. Oh, no. Tatey's run a bit deep. Manny comes through to take that 11th then. Now he's got to try and stay bolted onto the back end of his teammate. So, back up front. Mockingweek still leading. 0.7 of a second over Mental Nev, who's got himself up into second. He's now under pressure from Benny. Oh, Mental's gone a bit wide. That's going to slow them down a little bit. Benny's going to get a move down into turn 1. A little bit of off-roading for Mental Nev has cost him a position down that straight then. Benny coming through. Raoul's still 4th. He's closed that gap back up. But Mockingweeks will be quite happy to see you three battle it out. Let's get ourselves on board with Mocking. Looking back at these three. Benny almost running a bit wide into the run through the hairpin. He still holds almost a second over the second place driver. Only just over 3.5 minutes left of this race. 3 drivers behind, jostling for position. They should really be working together down the start-finish straight and around the back straight to try and close the gap up on Mocking in front, but they are jostling for position, as you can see behind. Benny holds on to second, Mental Nev 3rd, Raoul still 4th. Raoul, though, looking in a good position to close the gap up on Mental and make a move into turn 1. Backs out. So positions as they were. Mockingweek still holding that top spot. Benny, Mental, Raoul, bumper to bumper. Are they closing up on... they keep yo-yoing a little bit. It's down to 0.7 of a second again, the gap. And then 0.5. Yes, it does look like they are closing up on Mockingweeks then for that top spot. How long can he hold this top spot for? 2.5 minutes remaining. They're going to see 2 more laps. Still at 0.7. Benny having to go defensive from Mental Nev though. Up the inside for Mental. Get out of it. Oh, Mental's got it all wrong though. He's chucked himself off onto the sand. And that's him out of that fight. No damage on board, but yeah, he's just hemorrhaging positions now. Down into 6th, possibly 7th, 8th. Maybe 9th, depending on if Aldo can carry the speed down here. He's not quite close enough, I don't think. So all the way down to 8th then for Mental Nev. Vying for 2nd position, pretty close to 1st. He won't be happy with that one little bit. Mockingweeks then, gap down to 0.4 of a second. Benny all over the rear of him. Raoul all over the rear of Benny. The 2 Bionic Send-It teammates harassing the Capsicum Anumviri team. So they've got another lap to go. It is Mockingweeks that's jinking about all over the place. Champ up into 4th then. Dylan 5th. Reg GT 6th. Baggy 7th. Not for long though. Mental Nev looking for that position off of Baggy. Gets himself through to 7th then. Baggy in 8th. Aldo 9th. Still got 6 seconds in front, but Don's closing that gap. 3.3. Sorry, 3.7. Tatey 8.8 back in 11th. Another 3.0 back for Manny in 12th. Dodgy. Oh, and Gravel Trap. Dodgy just getting it wrong there somewhere. And allowing Gravel Trap to come through and take that position. 13th for Gravel Trap, 14th for Dodgy. Right, on to this final lap then. Mocking Weeks still holding the lead. Benny second, Raoul third. Heading up towards this hairpin. Mocking Weeks having to go defensive. Oh, contact. Mocking Weeks getting a rear end full of Benny, and that's running wide into that turn, has it? Give me a different camera angle. Oh, it's all kicking off. Oh, it's all kicking off. Benny, where have you gone? Benny's off. Benny! Benny! Maniac comes back on track. Raoul, though, through all that chaos, has slotted himself through into top spot right at the end of this race. Mocking Weeks is going to be absolutely furious he's lost that. Although he's closing up on Raoul, can he get a good run out of this final turn and take it to him at the line? I don't think he can. So Raoul's going to come through to take the win then. Mocking Weeks takes second. Champ's going to come home for third in the end. Benny's going to take fourth. Dylan fifth. Reg GT is going to take sixth. Mental Nev all the way down in seventh. Baggy's going to come home for eighth. Aldo ninth. Don in space, nearly. No, Don in the pits. Oh no, he's not. He's here. He's managed to make it out. Got other. Who's that? Oh my God. Manny, you maniac. Tater getting past 11th, then Manny in 12th. Gravel Trap and Dodgy already crossed the line. I thought we were going to see more cars fire themselves into orbit and then land in the pits. So, Raoul taking the win after all that. It was looking good for Mocking Weeks. And then we've got cars driving around the track at 4 million miles an hour. It's good. So that's it, round 6 done and dusted. Don't forget to vote for Driver of the Day, people. They do get extra points in the championship for it. I do forget to mention that some weeks, so mentioning it now. Driver of the Day, vote, damn it. So that's pretty much it from me. I'm back tomorrow night, 8:30 for the Tanso Boys and the Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup. Tuesday, 8 o'clock for the Clash of the Teams race. Wednesday at 8:30 for MRC's Team Oliver Racing League. That's the GR3 class. Thursday night, 9 o'clock for Archie's Journey Mazda Challenge. 9 o'clock on... Did I say 9 o'clock on Thursday? Well, it is 9 o'clock on Thursday. 9 o'clock Friday as well for MRC's GTTCC. Nothing on Saturday. Back Sunday night for the focuses at 8 o'clock. And the next round of Archie's Journeys Multiclass League at 9. That's what we've got. Right, that's pretty much it, people. I hope you've liked what you watched. If you fancy helping my channel out, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/dartsmoker, or drop me a line, buy a little t-shirt, buy a couple of stickers. Entirely up to you. But that is pretty much going to be it for this one, people. I hope you've liked what you watched. Give it a like, comment, subscribe, share it out as well if you want. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dartsmoker. I'm out of here.